No, it would not be unusual for an INFP to like sociology. INFPs are known for their interest in understanding people and their behavior, as well as their passion for social justice and advocacy. Sociology is the study of society, including its structures, institutions, and cultural norms, and how they influence individuals and groups within it. As such, sociology aligns well with an INFP's values and interests. INFPs are often empathetic and compassionate, and they may be drawn to sociology's focus on issues of inequality, discrimination, and social justice. Additionally, INFPs are often creative and introspective and may appreciate sociology's interdisciplinary approach, which draws on fields such as psychology, anthropology, and history. Overall, it is not uncommon for an INFP to have an interest in sociology, and in fact, it may be a natural fit for their personality and values. As an INFP, you may have an affinity for the following aspects of sociology. Understanding people. INFPs are known for their interest in understanding people's behaviors, motivations, and emotions. Sociology is a discipline that examines social interaction and behavior, including how individuals and groups interact with each other, how social norms and institutions influence behavior, and how people create and maintain social relationships. Social justice. INFPs are often passionate about social justice and advocacy. Sociology is a discipline that explores social inequalities and injustices, including discrimination, oppression, and power dynamics. This focus aligns with an INFP's values and desire to make a positive impact on society. Introspection and self-reflection. INFPs are often introspective and may enjoy examining their own beliefs, values, and identity. Sociology encourages critical thinking and self-reflection as it explores how social structures and norms shape individual experiences and identity. Creativity. INFPs are often creative and may appreciate sociology's interdisciplinary approach, which draws on fields such as psychology, anthropology, and history. Sociology also encourages critical thinking, which can lead to new ideas and perspectives. Humanitarianism. INFPs are often empathetic and compassionate and may be drawn to sociology's focus on issues related to human welfare, such as poverty, healthcare, and education. Sociology seeks to understand how social institutions can support or hinder people's well-being, and how individuals and communities can work to improve social conditions. Overall, these aspects of sociology align with many of an INFP's core values and interests, and may be a natural fit for their personality. Sociology is really interesting, how society forms and the structures and technologies that we create to invest in society, what society does together collectively, what the individuals do to contribute to the overall well-being of society and exploitation of people and discrimination and the evolution of societies, how society grows and where it was and where it is now and where it's going in the future. Humans are an interesting bunch, and they do really weird things. You know those skyscrapers that are so tall when you look up at them you get dizzy and feel like you're about to fall over? Some skyscrapers are really crazy how tall they are. Some people are so negative and reckon that society is getting worse, but there's a lot of good things happening in society, and we're closing a lot of gaps within inequality, and if we continue on this path, we're going to be a very fair and efficient society. We have few people who own most of everything, and that's our problem that we struggle with. So we gotta work out how to be fair with the distribution of money. A lot of people are really skeptical about a digital dollar, but I think that it would be more efficient and more transparent if we went that direction. So I am not against the digital dollar, I am just weary of how they will implement it. Societies of our past are really interesting, but at the end of the day, we don't know the truth about what happened. The winners wrote the history, so our history is all messed up. Today is different because we have platforms such as YouTube where the people can write their own history. This is the first time in history that we are unified technologically. So I think the present time is more important than all of our history, because with artificial intelligence we now have the ability to carry out enormous tasks, and that can be done relatively quickly and without human involvement, because auto chat GPT can prompt itself to get to sectionalize task and do one task at a time. So chat GPT can have the potential to do the work of a whole team, and you just have to be really descriptive with what you want it to do, and it will do it. And I think this is a huge sociological development, because people used to be so important, and now we can discuss anything we want with technology that's smarter than any human being. Humans still need to direct the technology. As you see in my productions, I direct ChatGPT to the topics we want to discuss. So humans need to direct the AI to get the results that they want. But this technology changes society, the way it functions, because we now have a content producer which takes a fraction of the time that human labor would take, and it's available to the public. So people like me can use it in my productions to present information. And if I'm good with how I word the questions, then I can get valuable information from it regarding any topic. This is the day that the world changed. No technology in history can even compete with this beast. We still don't know how they made the pyramids, but even in today's society, we can make better structures than the pyramids. The pyramids are quite basic structures, and even though they stand the test of time, they have lasted a very long time. Today's technology far outweighs what they could do in the past. And even if we discover tools that they used in our ancient civilization, what we have available today as a shared collective set of tools, which would be everything we use on the internet, the technology can't be compared. Plus, in our past, technology was not shared. It was available just to the highest class, and was kept secret from the general public, which I'm not saying doesn't happen today, but at least today we have shared technology that we can all use to benefit our day-to-day lives and the day-to-day lives of the rest of society, like this camera, YouTube, the applications that I use to capture video, to merge my videos, a computer, a phone. These sort of things are things that are technologically shared with all society, and we've never had that. I'm not just saying national society, I'm saying worldwide society, and we've never, even in national systems, we never had this sort of shared technology that we can all use together to improve our day-to-day lives and improve the day-to-day lives of the rest of society, which I think me doing this, even though I don't have an audience, me doing this is still improving society, because I get to talk about difficult subjects with anybody who wants to talk about these subjects out there. So please do comment. It would be good to discuss these subjects with you and see your take on it. But I think right now, the collective shared technology that we use on a day-to-day basis has the potential to transform our lives for the better if we only use it right. So it's not that the technology is evil, it's that how we use the technology will determine how it turns out. And if we have multiple companies doing similar tasks, that will keep each other in check. So there's not just ChatGPT, There's also Open Assistant, which just released today. And that is another chatbot type application like ChatGPT. So there's going to be multiple iterations of this technology applied to different companies that will evolve our technology. But the thing is, it's going to evolve it really quickly because you can have the technology researching for you. So the technology will evolve very, very quickly, and humans don't really even have to do a lot. They just have to keep training their models, and their models will get significantly better over time. And it's not just minor increments. It's like huge amounts of progress. So ChatGPT 4 just recently came out, and some people are already talking about ChatGPT 5 and ChatGPT 6 and their potential and how fast it will take for them to be created because the algorithm is constantly improving itself. They've set it up so it can autonomously improve itself, so as well as having human improvements too. So it's not just limited to improving itself, it's also our interactions with it and how we develop the software. But it's just going to change everything about society, and it's going to make a lot of jobs redundant, and it's going to create a lot of jobs too. And society's still in awe right now. They're not sure what to do with the technology, so there's a lot of developers playing around with it to see what they are capable of creating. And it's really fun to be alive at this moment in history because what we do with it will change everything about society. And I'm hoping that the technology can bring about a more prosperous and open-minded society. This was just released today. It's a competitor for ChatGPT. It's an open source competitor, which is really strange why OpenAI isn't open source. OpenAI, ChatGPT isn't open source, but they started the company with open source ideology, and then they gravitated away from being open source, but their name's still OpenAI, which is really weird. Here is a history of ancient civilization. This is as far back as we can go. We don't even know how accurate those are, so it's really difficult to study ancient civilizations. We have very little artifacts to examine how they lived on a day-to-day basis, and the little that we do have doesn't scream that they were a technologically advanced society. They might have been advanced in certain areas, but overall, it's good to be alive today. I'm glad that I lived in the era that I live in now, because I have a shared community, which is the internet, and that connects me with the world. And even though I have no audience, I feel that I'm sharing my experiences with the global community. January 1, 1983 is considered the official birthday of the Internet. Prior to this, the various computer networks did not have a standard way to communicate with each other. 40 years of developing the Internet. It is now becoming mature, but it still has a long way to go because ChatGPT and others like it need to be ingrained into the Internet. So we will learn of many practical applications of how to do that in the coming years. But as it stands, the Internet is just now budding, and what it could become depends on what we make it. So sociology is in the INFP's hands, and they just have to manipulate society, tweak it, make it better to bring about a new age where we can all come together regardless of borders. War is human sacrifice, and we as a society need to evolve beyond it. Let's stand up as a community of international humans. Our past societies show me what is wrong with the world because they were so divided. It really takes the creation of the Internet and its development to unify society, and it takes individuals to open themselves up to community to develop that society. The development of the society does not necessarily come from the leaders of society. They come from the spiritual leaders of society, the ones who direct society with their life by sharing their own experiences. They don't have to be a politician. I don't have to be a politician. I can spread my message. Maybe I can't because I don't have an audience, but you get the point. I kind of messed up with that point, but oh well. So INFPs go out into the world and examine it closely. Find all the things you don't like about it and find the things you do like about it, and spend your lives working on what you don't like about it to make it better, and try to improve it to the point where you like it. That is the solution for an INFP. To live in the ideal world that they see in their mind, they have to actualize it into existence. We dream a lot about potential, and our main struggle is actualizing that potential. So You can do it, INFPs. I believe in you. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I hope to hear your perspective in the comments. Thanks for watching. God bless.